Okay, sweet, sweet. I mean, for centuries, it's been a case of men have completely dominated women, and women have become these objects and completely been like objectified. And really, like, this is a new time now. This is like a new era. We've got women who are going, fuck this shit. You know what? I'm going to take my clothes off and I'm going to profit out of this, and men will pay for it because they want to see me. I think we'll see what happens, really. Like, it's one of those things, I'm just sort of excited to explore it. I mean, I'm going to go in and there's, you know, obvious things that everyone likes to do, come, and then just sort of take it from there, like, see what happens. I mean, who can say, like, it's not started really yet, so when it does, I mean, maybe I will come up with one, but it'd be nice to have a little bit of money coming through from something like this, because it's people paying me to do something that, you know, I'd already be doing on my own, privately, but on a sort of more public way. So, oh, of course, like, doesn't everyone want a little bit of everything? Like, who doesn't want nice sparkly things, gorgeous bags, coats, you know, jewellery, like makeup, everything. Like, there's loads of things I'd love to have, and obviously it'd be great if I could have those. And experiences like, you know, being able to take my friends out and go, oh yeah, we're just going to go to this really nice restaurant or whatever, or, you know, fuck it, let's go on holiday. I'm really social. I love to be around people, and yeah, I mean, that's human connection. And I think that's what this is as well, actually. It's finding ways to connect with people, but virtually, you know, you're not actually there. I think it's probably one of those things that they don't need to know about necessarily. I think a lot of the older generations, or just people who, I don't know, I don't think, I would hope that people would be very like, oh yeah, no, this is all right, you know, this is just something she wants to do, but it might not be, and I think that's like a risk that I'd like to avoid. I think everyone who sort of does this probably does try and avoid it, because you keep your work life and your personal life separate. I think it depends who you ask. I mean, there are people who are like me and think that this is a really good idea. It's a brilliant way for people to make money. It's a brilliant way for people to feel empowered and to be empowered and to make what is art and get paid for it. And then there's the other side of that where, you know, there are people who are perhaps more conservative or whatever, and they sort of want to shun people away, and maybe they're even sort of putting it under the guise of feminism and saying, oh well, you know, they're being exploited. I've been exploited, I'm choosing to do this, you know? Scared the living daylights out of me, Jesus Christ. Business is great. I mean, I'm making a lot of money, I've got a lot of new people coming through, and subscribing, which is great, obviously. Yeah, star bitch. I mean, I started off and I was a little bit confused with where my aesthetic was going. As time's gone on, it's sort of very, it's very like glamorous and chic, but it's also keeping very true to the fact that this is art. What I'm doing, what I'm creating is art. 100%. I mean, there's art to being a businesswoman, but... As far as within the foreseeable future, I can't see that yet. I mean, it's lucrative. Like, this is nice. Like, why? I don't know. As far as the foreseeable future goes, I don't see myself stopping necessarily, but I don't know what the future holds. For now, this is what I'm doing. Why not? I mean, why not? Like... Well, I would say that that's almost sort of very anti-feminist to say something like that. To use your body in the way that I do is to take back that power. It's to say, hey, I press the button, I choose what I put out there. If men want to pay for it, they can pay for it, but it's not like they're getting what they see for free. Like, they are paying me for this. Well, a scandal is a strong word to use. I guess my family and I don't talk to my family anymore, and I think that's all I'm gonna say on that for now. They didn't like what I was doing, but that's their problem. Yeah, it was intense. I mean, there were a lot of people that knew of me personally, because you have to start somewhere. Like, people have to be able to find your content, and so there were quite a few people that I like knew in the real world, if you want to call it that had found my account. And at first that was a little bit jarring, but then over time it sort of became this thing where I was just like, they're paying the bills, like, you know, it doesn't faze me anymore. You just get used to it. There's both. I mean, in the sense that you're all working for the same company. As it, like, if we were to work for the same business in a big building and we're all running around doing our own jobs, we're all getting paid though. We've all got our own little things we do to keep the whole system working, but you're all paying your own bills at the end of the day. And in a way, well, they're competition to me. I mean, or more so, I'm competition to them. They're competition, in a way. And I'm sure they're all lovely people, but I need people to be coming to my page, not theirs. So it's about finding ways to elevate myself above them. Yeah. At times it can be a bit lonely, but I think anywhere when you kind of get to the top of your game can be lonely. I think that's just human nature. Yeah, this is good quality as well, actually. My fans like to pay for me to have the best stuff. What else have we got? Gag ball, super kinky. And we've got leg and arm restraints, so you tie these together, you can have your arms bound, your legs bound. It's very good stuff. There's no getting out of these, to be honest. But yeah, I love my stuff, I love my collection. I have so much more, and I'm lucky because my fans really do care about, you know, what I'm using as well, so I do get the best stuff. But you know, I like to splurge a little myself. I mean, to be honest, I can. Like, what you make in a year, I make in a week, so. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, they're into all sorts of shit. Loads of really kinky subcategories and different things that they're into, and you know, you just gotta follow along with that. I'm alright. I'm okay. I think one of the things that they don't really tell you when you enter into this is that even though things can pick up quite quickly, you can get all these people coming through, you can get to that top 1%, that top 0.5, whatever it is, you can lose that so quickly. In fact, quicker than you even got it. And I think I was mostly in denial because, you know, I had been so successful. I was doing really, really well, and it wasn't, you know, it didn't happen overnight, but I could sense something was not quite going right, and there was just this shift where you just realise, okay, maybe I'm not willing to do what these girls can do, or these new people who are coming in, they're slightly younger, maybe they've got bigger tits, maybe they've got something else about them that I can't quite achieve, or not even necessarily that, but there's just something else that I don't provide, and that was that, really. Things have slowed down on that front. You know, I still have money from what I was making, but not to the same extent, because it's not the same level of income anymore. I had to slow down the pace at which I'm living my life a little bit, because I grew quite quickly accustomed to this lifestyle that I really do enjoy. I think it took me a minute to try and rediscover what sex is to me, because after things sort of ended, I wasn't entirely sure what sex was to me anymore. I wasn't sure whether it was something that was just simply transactional, or really what it was that I enjoyed about sex anymore, because I think I felt very deflated by everything that had happened, and I find it very hard, even still, to form those connections with people where they're real and authentic, because when you're having sex with someone, there's a layer of intimacy I think sometimes that I'm not quite able to achieve anymore, you know, because that so much of that I feel maybe was either taken away from me, or I somehow desensitized myself from it because of what I was doing, like on a daily basis. Like it just became a job or a pattern or whatever. Like you just sort of become numb to it, and I don't know, I think sex isn't, it's not like when you're 15 and you're a virgin and you kiss someone for the first time and you're like, oh my god, this is the most exciting thing ever. It's you kind of become a bit numb to it, and I think I still am a bit. A lot of that was damaged. A lot of that was really badly hurt with everything. And some of that damage I think is possibly irreversible. I can't say for certain, but I think definitely some of the members of my family probably won't speak to me again, because they're not going to view me in the same light, you know. That's this little girl or this person that they grew up with, or whoever it is, you know, to them that has been tainted. And when you lose so many people, and I think I probably lost a few friends from the change in lifestyle. Maybe it was out of jealousy to some extent, maybe it wasn't, but I wish I had known that it would be this sort of loneliness that you can't quite fathom until you're there.